Hi, my name is Courtney Cobb.
And I'm Jessica Healy.
And we're with Topograph. Topograph is a boutique-style lifestyle brand marketing company that builds marketing base camps. This is a virtual camp that brings all the tools, maps, and strategies together to help accelerate marketing results. We specialize in experiential event marketing and content marketing. We decided to launch this video series to discuss some of the most common questions that we receive from clients and some of the tips and tricks we've picked up over the combined 20 years of experience that the two of us have. Plus, we are going to bring in some of our favorite marketing pros and some of our favorite brands that have killer experiential marketing examples because we love them and they do some really rad things. But before we dive into all of this, we need to clarify something. Jess, what do we need to clarify?
What is experiential marketing?
Exactly, because no one knows what we're talking about except for people in the marketing industry. However, right before we're going to delve into this, we really need to discuss something that is very, very obvious in the marketing industry, but is not so obvious in the day-to-day small business sphere. Marketing is not sales. Period. Marketing is a tool to generate brand awareness, customer awareness, consideration, and brand preference. That is what marketing's role is. And it is connected to sales. It's kind of at that top of the sales funnel, but marketing does everything I just mentioned, and then it has to get passed off to a sales team. And it's like a funnel. And we really want to point out that fact because a lot of times people will think, man, my marketing isn't working. But in fact, their sales isn't working. Their marketing is great. Their marketing is generating leads. The marketing is getting people to call you. But then you're not converting it into an actual sale. That is not a marketing problem. That is a sales problem. And if you guys need sales help, I have one hell of a person to tell you to go to. So DM us if you need that. But let's get back. We digressed. Experiential marketing.
All right, so when we're talking about experiential marketing, the purpose is to generate leads, to captivate an audience, to bring awareness to a brand, to a product, getting their contact information, and then passing it on to sales. What are some examples? Think of like big companies like Yeti, little companies like Kind Bar. It's a way to experience what their mission is, what their purpose is, and also you're feeling all of their objectives behind their mission. Have you ever been into a grocery store where you've done a tasting of a beer or wine or even like a cheese or something like that? I definitely have indulged.
Me too.
And
Thanks, Costco.
I have walked away from that sampling most of the time when the person is doing their job correctly, learning about the product, like where it comes from, who makes it, what kind of pairings does it go with, maybe how would it help me in my everyday lifestyle. That's experiential marketing.
It kind of hits on all five senses. You get some one-on-one interaction. Food, obviously, you're going to taste it. I guess it doesn't work as well with clothing companies. However, we do have examples where that can work. You're usually hearing something. You're holding it. It's all five senses are being ignited, if you will, with experiential marketing. Sorry. Had to throw that out there.
Good. I mean, you could get the taste of something when you try on those amazing hiking boots and you're out in the wilderness and you just get that taste of fresh air. It's going to happen at some point.
Or if the hiking boot company was smart, they might be handing out some really good samples of barbecue. Because what do you want after a really long hike? For me, all I want is brisket.
Ditto.
All right. Well, she definitely covered some of the most basic ideas of what experiential marketing is, but we also really want to showcase some of the favorite ones that I have seen and some of the ones that we've actually done. But let's first start with Icelandic Skis. Icelandic Skis is this fantastic ski company based out of Golden, Colorado. And a handful of years ago, they decided to make the first ever, and I believe still only, winter concert at Red Rocks Amphitheater that's in Morrison. It was amazing, just amazing on so many different levels. One, a lot of people were like, oh my goodness, a winter festival at Red Rocks, like aren't people gonna be cold? Well, duh, they're gonna be cold, but what does a ski company have? Snow sports apparel. Like everyone is gonna go in their snow sports stuff, especially when it's snowing. You were decked to the nines in every scarf, glove, jacket, boots, anything. And Icelandic does make more than just skis. However, it gives that feeling of that lifestyle while they're there. The other thing that was really cool is they had this opportunity to pair music, which duh, it's a concert, but music that kind of fit the lifestyle of their brand. Jurassic 5 played there once. It was just so cool. There was this really engaging component. But another thing that made this event such a huge success is they have an opportunity to partner with other like-minded brands. And one of the things that I always explain on that note is, have you ever met someone and you really, really, really liked them? And then you met their friends and their friends sucked. And then all of a sudden you didn't like them? Well, vice versa. Have you ever met someone that was like, and then you met their friends and automatically their coolness factor went up? I have. I know many of those. And that's kind of one of the things that benefits of partnering with like-minded companies, because they help tell the story, and it also helps people understand that you, brand, are actually pretty cool. Or hey, maybe I don't ski, but I really, really like this Kind Bar. I really like Kind Bar, and maybe they're together at this event. And it's man, I don't ski, so I'm not going to buy their ski, but man, I really like their hoodie or sweatshirt, or that's the same thing, sweater, maybe gloves. And it gives an opportunity to engage people in another way. And then lastly, one of my favorite things that Icelandic did so well with Icelandic Winter on the Rocks is obviously they have to promote it. To sell out Red Rocks Amphitheater, it's 10 to 15,000 people. I think I should double check on that. Put that in the show notes. And that's a ton of people to have to sell out, especially in January in Colorado.
Outside.
When it's cold. And even though they're going to be bundled up, people are still until, every piece is put together. But the marketing and the outreach for this event is just another really neat way for the brand, i.e. Icelandic, to get in front of people without directly hammering into a consumer, buy our skis, buy our skis, buy our skis. This is an opportunity to get in front of the people and be like, hey, our brand, our brand, our brand, we're throwing some really cool event. Come to our event. We're going to show you a really good time. And hey, it's wicked successful. I've been many times. It is so much fun, and I love Icelandic Winter on the Rocks. Jess, examples?
All right. Well, my event's a little bit warmer climate. And one of my favorite experiential events that I actually got to plan was to benefit a nonprofit that helped individuals with nutritional needs who were going through cancer treatment and also through HIV medications to help strengthen them. So one of the companies that I adore and I love how they get out into the community is MAC Cosmetics. They actually spend close to 0% money in marketing ads and campaigns. What they actually do is they engage the community, and they will go to people and offer the, makeovers in having their product on the person. And they actually put the product back into their employees who wear it every day at a substantial discount. And then people are asking, ooh, what's that eye color? What's that lip color? Oh my gosh, you were wearing that so well. It is brilliant. But that's a whole nother topic. Like, they have nailed experiential marketing. However, what is cool is I can bring them into my experiential planning. And what I did was called an event called Makeover Hunger. And it was open to the public, and all the funds generated went to this specific nonprofit. And what I did was MAC Cosmetic was the primary focus of bringing them in. However, I started talking with the person that had the event space, and we're like, well, let's get a photo booth and do fun close-ups afterwards. Let's get someone in there to do temporary hair extensions. Let's get someone in there to pair up wine pairings that would pop with the colors that MAC Cosmetics was bringing. I mean, there were things that people were thinking, and I got to plan it. It was a way to, once again, bring all different people in the community together to witness all of these different brands. And then they walked away saying, oh my gosh, I've got to get that wine next time. Or, oh, did you see that lip color? I have to have that lip color. And then it all served a purpose at the end of the day, and everyone had a good time. So I am a huge advocate of creating an experience to make a brand bolder. And
a cool thing with things like that too is that particular event didn't just benefit MAC. It benefited the hair extension company. Mm-hmm. I don't know who they are, but like, there's so many neat stories that would come from that for so many different brands. But also, at the end of the day, the whole consumer experience was probably wicked.
Yes, we had an extension from the fashion school. The local fashion school came in, and they were able to highlight some of the series that they had been working on themselves. And it was a good way to get them just contacts and information, capturing that customer's information. It's a good way to do it.
Yep, capturing leads. That's probably the last part we'll kind of touch on in this particular video, and we'll definitely delve into this in future videos. But like, leads. A lot of people, when we first say like marketing is not sales, sales is sales, marketing funnels into sales, a lot of people are like, but man, what about the marketing dollars? How does this actually go back into my bottom line? It's like, okay, you cannot throw an event for $500, $1,000, $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 and not get something back from it. And those leads are one of the most important pieces of that. You're getting information from someone, and then you get to follow up with them. And that is what you're paying for, plus so much more. It's a lot more beneficial, or not beneficial, I will take that back, but it is a lot different of an experience than a pay-per-click campaign. Both important things, completely different fields, but an experiential event will get people talking for a long time. Hence Icelandic, and I still talk about it all the time. Anything else?
No.
All right, well, we'll be back next week with a few more tips and tricks. What are we discussing?
We are discussing the post-traumatic feel after events.
Wah, wah.